Go on, Sam.
Go on.
Go on, Sam. Yeah, go on. Go on. Yeah, go on. Yes. Well done, Sam.
Excuse me, time to wrestle with the weights, Bill.
Right, then let's be having you. Come on, Dave, you need plenty of kip now you're a top executive.
Yeah, Robert. Have me on G&T's next.
Well, just look what a lifetime of ale's done to your father's stomach.
Do you mean it's muscle, that?
Oh, come on.
Right, see you, ta-ra.
See you later, chaps.
That's trouble you're looking at there. Come on.
Yeah, no. No, they've not overcharged us, no. Is that the meter money you've got with you?
Get some of that.
Hang on.
Paula? Paula! Paula!
I do take cheques.
Bank took our checkbook back.
Would you like a tip?
Well, that's very kind. Thank
Don't
you.
smother your grub in all that fancy sauce.
They've been even better with frozen chips. Now, Nellie gets a £5 bag from market for 60 pence.
Well, thank you for all your valuable advice. No, I'm sure we've all got homes to go to.
Oh.
We'll have to owe you 20p.
But that's on the house.
Try.
Night now.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Yeah, we've been here all night. Morning, Steve. No, everybody's fine, Dave. We were dead lucky, though. I thought we were going to be goners. It would have been if the Coast Guard hadn't have seen us. No, look, tell Frank that I'll definitely be in tomorrow. Look, I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, OK. See you.
Who was that?
That was Nick. They've been stranded on the cliff at Whitby. They've had to been rescued by Coast Guard.
So that's why he isn't at work. Original excuse. Not heard that one before.
Come on, Frank. They're lucky to be alive.
Aren't we all? OK, the excitement's over. I'm sure you've got work to do.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going out for a bit.
There we are, the baby's head. 2 little legs.
Oh, look, it's kicking.
Is that its heartbeat?
It certainly is.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Chris, I don't want to know. I want it to be a surprise.
Leave you now. I'll let you have the photos from the scan. If you could just get dressed for me now, please.
I'm sorry about earlier.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Except this.
No, it's only just hit me. We're actually going to have a baby. Well done.
Well done you. Although it hit me about the same time as morning sickness.
We'll have to decorate the nursery.
We haven't even got a house yet.
Well, I'll get divorce proceedings started and get Kathy out of Mill Cottage.
Kathy might have other ideas.
She might. It's amazing how persuasive Dad's checkbook can be.
What do you mean?
I mean, you haven't got to worry about anything. Dad and I have discussed it. We'll just have to make her an offer she can't refuse.
We've just seen our baby for the very first time, and you're sounding like a cheap gangster.
I'm just securing our future together.
At what cost? I'd live in a bedsit if I knew that the baby and I were important to you, but we're not, are we? What really matters is just your next little business plan. Like, you frighten me sometimes.
Don't be ridiculous. What's brought all this on? Thanks very much.
How dare you discuss our future with Frank instead of me?
He's my father.
Quite. And I'm beginning to realise that the Tate men folk treat their women like brood mares.
It's rubbish.
Is it? Frank and you'll do this, Frank and you'll do that. What about what I want for my baby? Do I get consulted? No. I'm just expected to adopt the baby and keep my mouth shut.
Rachel, it's for the best. It makes sense.
I do not want to live at Mill Cottage. That's where you and Kathy were. I mean, did you even think about that?
We'll have it done out. You can choose the decor, whatever you like.
Thanks very much. I can choose the wallpaper.
It's a great opportunity to get Kathy out of our lives.
You know, it really makes me think on. You can be so cold-blooded about Kathy. Maybe I should be prepared to expect the same in the future.
Come on, I love you.
Yeah, And you loved Kathy once.
They're sleeping like tops.
I'm not surprised.
How are you feeling?
All right. I'm really sorry, Paula. We should never have gone to the seaside. It's all my fault.
Oh, don't be daft.
We could have been killed.
Well, we weren't, were we?
No, we weren't.
It'd be a shame to lose you just after I've found you.
Yeah. Wouldn't it?
Give us a kiss.
Homemade horseradish only has some bite.
Oh, have you parboiled those roast potatoes?
Oh, whoops. On their way.
Sorry.
Sorry. So, you looking forward to this evening?
Oh, what do you think?
Well, part of the healing process, I suppose.
You should have invited Emma.
I don't think I want Emma to see the Tate's version of family at war.
Don't you start. I've already had dire warnings from Frank about being on my best behaviour. Anyway, Rachel's hardly family.
Well, I want everyone to treat her as such tonight. Please, no rows. Let's have a night to remember, eh?
Fine, but I hope you've warned Chris to behave himself too.
It takes two to tango, Kim.
I can't feel my nose. It's all gone dead.
We could market this as an anaesthetic.
Come on. We've got to go and get Biv and Vetty in the Warpack.
We're all right for a bit. Any road, this stuff free.
Here's to absent women, eh?
And long may they remain so.
I don't feel well.
Not let her drop more of this, won't you, lads?
It's good to see you looking so well
Hey,
again,
up,
Ryan.
Flintstones
Nice
are
to see you, Alan.
I'll see you later.
All right.
I'm afraid the food's off tonight.
Oh, we've already ate. We had Zach's favourite, chips, a la egg, a la beans.
No offence, Mr. Turner, but hey, no one knows a way around a frying pan like Carinelli.
I'm sure. Well, how can I help?
Well, we're on our way to our local as usual, but it's been getting a bit posh for us lately. They've been putting mats out for your glasses.
No, I realise we felt more at home here, among our own kind. Seen a bit more of us from now on.
Really? No, what's it to be?
3 pints, Tia Maria.
And a vodka and orange.
Aye, forget the vodka.
And the McAllisters have only been gone for a couple of days, and already that house is a health risk. I tried to tidy up Luke's bedroom, but the fumes got the better of me.
What is it about men and basic hygiene? I'm sure Scott doesn't even know where our bathroom is yet.
Talking about men, I think we've been stood up. Oh, hello, this could be trouble.
When you ready, Terry?
Okay, mate. It's a nice.
What's he doing here? He's here for a quiet drink, Zach, same as you lot. We heard you gone back south. Where you belong.
Not in here, Zach, love.
Exactly. Not in here. Wouldn't like to spoil our new floor. Anybody wants a drink, they behave themselves. Clear? Usual, lads?
Please, Terry.
Shall I sort him, Dad?
You shut it and go and sup your pint. We've come in here for a civilised bevy, right? Right!
All right, Mum.
Where do you think you're going?
Thought we'd seen the last of you round here.
Oh, yeah?
Soon you're gonna wish we had.
Yes, please, orange juice.
That's right. None of the hard stuff for you till after the birth.
Show them the pictures of the scan.
Yeah, come on, don't be bashful. Let's see the baby. Look, you can see its head.
It's a wonderfully clear picture. I could do with an ultrasound at the surgery.
You're supposed to be admiring the baby, not the technology.
Sorry, Rachel. It's a lovely baby.
Very nice.
It's more than nice. It's my grandchild.
Right, well, shall we take our drinks through? Dinner's ready.
Can you grab mine? A smile wouldn't look out of place on the expectant mother.
I'm finding this very difficult.
Just relax. You're being welcomed into the family. Enjoy being made a fuss of.
God, anyone would think I was carrying the heir to the throne.
Well, in Dad's eyes, you're not too wide of the mark. Smile.
Hello?
I want to speak to my wife.
Just hang on a minute. It's, your husband.
Jack, what's the matter?
Oh, remember my voice then, do you? Why the hell are you still there? The kids are playing up like nobody's business.
Right. I'll be home shortly.
Everything all right, Sarah?
I'm sorry. It's, one of the children's not very well.
Really?
No. To be quite honest, it's my husband behaving like a damn fool.
Anything you want to talk about?
I wouldn't know where to start.
Try the prologue and work your way through. I got all night.
I haven't. It's nice to know there's someone who'd listen, though.
Hell, after months of Elizabethan love poetry, listening to your marital discord might bring me back down to earth.
It's not always the best place to be.
This, I think I should hear.
You feel a bit more like home, eh, love?
All depends what your home's like, really, Terry.
Bit like yours at the moment, Al.
That reminds me, how's the house hunting going?
Oh, we've got our eye on a couple of things, haven't we, Terry?
I love you can say that again.
I like it.
You want to bar that lot, Alan, before Terry asks them to move in?
Oh, it's only Joe.
They're definitely up to some funny business.
Yeah, but what?
Well, if I know Seth, it'll be one of the 3 Bs. Betting, boozing, or mucking about.
Keep your eyes on the bar, Luke. There's no point courting trouble.
Yeah. Maybe coming here wasn't such a good idea. You can't hide. Dingles are just going to have to get used to the fact that you're back in Emmerdale. Yeah, and what if they don't?
Dave's right. You can't let them see you bothered. They're like a pack of dogs. Once they smell fear, they'll have you.
I can explain that!
Hey, you're better man than me!
I need the toilet! Never seen any.
Hey, you're looking absolutely irresistible.
Oh, now I'm going to give you the red card.
Me looks into it.
How little you know. Get out. Go on, I'm all ears.
You aren't all swimming about. Stand still and listen to the story I made up for
I
you.
hate to be in your shoes when hangover kicks in, mate.
Yeah, and I can't wait to do the hoovering first thing.
Can I stop with you tonight, love?
No, you can't. One drunken lout in my bed's plenty, thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's Jack Sugden. I'm getting a bit worried. Can you tell me what time Sarah set off back? She's still there? Well, can you tell her to get home now?
My compliments to the chef. That was really smashing.
Thank you.
Well, here's to Rachel and the baby.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
It's no secret that I'm absolutely delighted that the Tate clan will have a new member. And I can only hope that you and Chris and Tate Jr. will live happily ever after.
I'll drink to that.
Where?
I'm sorry?
Rachel.
Live happily ever after. Where?
Why, in Mill Cottage? Where else?
Have I missed something? Doesn't Kathy live at Mill Cottage?
Yeah, well, thank you for a lovely
I
evening.
must say, Zoe, I thought so too. But it seems that Kathy's no longer part of Frank and Chris's business plan, so she's been sold off.
Rachel, don't do this.
What do you mean, sold off?
What I mean is she hasn't been profitable. Hasn't come up with the goods, but I have, so you'll invest in me. But I don't want my baby to be treated like a commodity, to be floated on the Tate Stock Exchange. I just want it to be healthy and happy. And I can't imagine that happening when it's surrounded by you lot trying to out-scheme each other. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
What on earth are you up to now? Rachel, hang on.
Managed to drag yourself away, then?
Don't you ever do that to me again.
Have you seen the time?
I told you I'd be working late. And I rang, there was no answer. Where were you?
Seeing to the kids, as a matter of fact. Like me, they were wondering where you'd got to.
You knew where I was and when I'd be home. What's your problem, Jack? Is it simply the fact that I'm enjoying doing something that doesn't involve you?
No, it's the fact that you're neglecting your children. What am I supposed to say to Robert when he asks me where you've got to? Oh, it's all right, son. She's met another man she'd rather be with.
What are you saying, Jack? Just what is it you're accusing me of? Not being home one night out of 1,000 for the children or something else?
No, I'm saying that your place is here with me, Robert and Victoria, not off with some fancy man with clever words who can offer you things that I can't.
Offer me what, Jack? Just what do you think's going on?
Oh, don't ask me to spell it out for you.
Spell it out, Jack.
All right. That you're having an affair, that you're sleeping with him. You are, aren't you?
Dad?
You get upstairs, love. It's all right. I'll be up in a minute.
What are you doing?
Oh, go to bed, Robert!
Don't bring it out on Robert! It's not fair!
No, it's you that's unfair. You and your jobs and your separate lives and your independence. Can't you see you're pulling this family apart?
Sarah, love, I'm sorry about last night. Let's not start another day like this. When I came to see you in York, I said I wanted us to be a family again. I phoned you at the professor's because I was worried about you. You seem to put in more hours with him than I do on the farm. I do trust you, Sarah.
Mum, Dad, I'm late for school.
Let's both take a few hours off this morning, talk things over.
Mum, I've got to go to school.
All right, son. Come on. I'll take you. It's my turn.
Bye, Mum.
Please, stay a while. I'll come straight back.
Call about 8-ish. 8-ish? Yeah, 8-ish. I'll put it 8-ish, see what's going on. Oh, no. Look, I'm sorry, I'm late. I wouldn't mind, but it's Smogo. He's murder. Last time he kept... Tina. Oh, look, I didn't mean... I mean, I wouldn't have deliberately... I mean, I hope you don't think that I...
If you can't manage it, Dad, I'll get Rachel to do it.
She's pregnant.
Yeah, she's still got a stronger back than you, and better legs. Oh, it's only been a couple of weeks, but this place smells.
What of?
The past, I think.
I can't believe that Kathy had your chairlift taken out. It's so vindictive.
Ah, she wasn't all sweetness and light. Some people would be surprised by her.
Have you heard from Kathy? What are her plans?
Don't know, don't care.
You should care. You don't want Rachel worried.
I'll sort it out, Dad.
Well, you can do things with this place. Smash a colour here and get rid of that wallpaper.
Stop taking over. What's the joke?
You're gonna need a nursery.
Well, that's something we can definitely leave to Rachel.
We've got to go now, Nick. You really know how to show a girl a good time, a real night to remember.
Oh, just let's forget the whole thing, please.
Oh, we've got to, Jace.
Look, bad experiences can be forgotten about.
Never.
Really?
Joke, Nick. Come on, then. Say thank you to Nick and Alice for your adventure.
Thank you.
Come on, and you can say goodbye as well. Goodbye.
See ya. And make it somewhere safe
so
next time.
There is going to be a next time.
Oh, after I finish my course.
Course?
Yeah, survival course for single mothers. See you then.
See ya. Oh,
Thanks a lot.
thanks a lot. Look, Paula, can I phone or come over?
Yeah, sure. All right. We'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Yes.
What a surprise. Of all the people it might have been.
Expecting a party?
No, I just didn't think it would be you.
Can I come in?
Of course, yes, I'm sorry. I'm just a bit taken aback.
Well, I had the morning off work. I just thought I'd come and see you.
Tea? Coffee?
Coffee, please.
White, no sugar, right?
Right. It's a nice place.
Yes.
Nice area.
Yes. Nice weather. Look, forget the small talk, Zoe. Have you changed your mind about moving to Leeds? Well, if it's to prolong the goodbyes and draw out the moment, there's no point. We've done the tearful farewells. You've made your decision. I'm not over you yet. It's still hurting.
No, I haven't changed my mind about moving to Leeds. And I've explained my reasons, my job and my responsibilities.
Spare me the rerun. You've said it. You have your life, I have mine.
They're things I can't change. My work's a vocation. It's something I can't and won't put off. Just like my feelings for you. I have made a decision. I'm moving out of Home Farm. I'm going to move to Emmerdale.
Well, bully for you. You're finally branching out. More time for yourself, more time for your animals. You drove all the way over here just to tell me you now have the courage to leave home? Big deal. Grow up, Zoe. That is not a major decision in your life. People change houses like hairdos. I know, I decorate them, remember?
I drove all the way over here to tell you that I'm going to move to Emmerdale, and it is a major decision in my life. Because I want you to move in with me.
Dolores? Dolores! I was wondering if everything was okay. I mean, you're not still upset.
About you? Ships that pass in the night.
Right, well, I'm having a party tonight if you want to come.
All right. Okay for bring a friend?
Yeah, sure, no problem. See ya.
See you.
You're right, though. It's not a bad brew.
The problem is, how can we sell it at whiskey when it looks like water?
I've solved that little problem. Right, Vic, cucumbers off. Not a bit of gravy browning couldn't cure.
You're a genius, Seth.
Chris has banned the hunt.
Yep, look around. What's missing?
1 or 2 horses.
Weir runs the hunt, Chris bans the hunt. Weir takes his horses away.
Oh, dear.
Linda told me you'd take the whole morning off. Well, that doesn't mean your trade's suffering as well.
No, business is good. Things are great. Linda's becoming a real asset.
You'll be expanding next, branching out.
I don't know about expanding, but I've got to set my sights on the future.
Well, if I can be of any help.
You've already been generous, Kim. I owe you 30,000.
I could double it.
Double it? I'd never be able to pay you back. I don't own anything.
Well, like I said before, you could always sign over some of your family shares. It'd give me a little foothold. And instead of me asking you for 30,000, I'd be giving you 30,000. That's if you think it would be any use right now. I just want to make things really work with your dad. It's a fresh start for me. Chance to begin again with Frank. And the family. Put the past behind. It's taken me a long time to realise just how important relationships are. I hope you can understand that, Zoe.
Yes, I can. I really can.
Chris, I don't want you overdoing things.
You're the expert.
What?
Overdoing things.
Don't start that again. I'm too happy today. I've been showing everybody these.
Well, you could have saved yourself time and got them published in the Hot and Courier.
Who's a grumpy boy, then?
Move in with me.
Not yet.
When?
When, my beloved? I can call you my beloved without looking over my shoulder.
You can do that now.
No, Chris. When Kathy's claim on you's settled and she's finally gone.
We can start redecorating tomorrow. Your choice is the way you see things. Would you like that?
I'd like to cook you pasta, then ravish you.
How did you get here? Where's your mum and Victoria? Her car's not here. I'm talking to you, son. Where's your mum and Victoria?
I don't know.
Hello? Oh, it's you, Jan. No, it's just I thought it would have been Sarah. Oh, yeah, of course you can, love. I'm sorry you've been put out again. No, I know you're not, but I am. See you later. Jan's very kindly bringing Victoria around. Sarah must have got waylaid again.
Well, she's a grafter, you can say that for her. Something she got in common with our Jan.
Working wives, eh, Ned? Wonder what the professor's wife does. I bet she's a lady of leisure.
No, he's a free agent. No one to nag him. Must be like heaven.
He's not married. Are you sure?
Yeah, jammy beggar. Jan told me. Still, TV dinners for one, eh?
Hey, I was wondering if Bernadette was going to be at that party tonight.
Now, on the face of it, that seems like a very simple question. But you're talking about the eighth wonder of the world.
Hey?
The female mind, mate. The female mind.
Could have had another six-pack for what we've spent in here. Stop complaining, Luke. It'll be fine. We're throwing the party. We're expected to have some booze. Look,
I might be persuaded to help you lads out in your hour of need. Quick, over to my office.
Before you start, Vic, whiskey.
Special problems, special people, special prices. Now, this whiskey has been described as having the refined quality of a single malt, with both purity of spirit and depth of body. Try that.
The origin of the sonnet may have been conceived far from these shores, but as this celebration of Shakespeare proves, sometimes the perfect blend can only be brought about by a union of English and foreign cultures. Full stop. Do you know what that means, Sarah?
Nope.
The end. We finished it, and on time, thanks to you. The end. I thought it would never come.
I don't think I had anything to do with it.
You were an inspiration to me, a tower of strength. This calls for a glass of bubbly.
No, honestly. I'm very pleased for you, but I've got to get home. Look at the time. I should have left already.
You shared my lows, Sarah. I insist you share my highs. One glass of champagne won't get you hanged.
All right, then. But I want to type the last page. The end.
Deal. I'll get the glasses.
Oh, this is nectar. Far too good for this lot. Stick in that plastic bag, we'll have it later.
God, it tastes like juice drugs to me. Mind you, we can't grip it. Price must be knocked off.
Hope not. I've had enough trouble with the police already.
Hey, that'll be flying squad. Hey, all right, girl. Hey, Luke. Hiya. I think you know this WPC. She's in civvies tonight.
Very nice.
Thank you, Luke. I'm not sure if you know my friend, though.
Tina.
Luke?
Is there a bottle opener down there?
Dad, I want to know where we're going. I don't want to come. Dad, I'm tired. Dad! Dad!
Get in the car, Robert, and look after your sister. We are going to get your mother. All of us together.
Your own private stash, eh? Will make you go blind.
Hey?
Watching Tina all night. Make you go blind.
Don't be daft. Do you want to dance?
I'll be 2 minutes. Look after your sister.
Okay.
Great.
All typed up. It's a wonderful piece of work.
Well, thank you, kind lady. Now, please, a toast.
To whom?
To us, collaborators.
Cheers.
Well, Luz, you can do some things right. Nice party. Second impression you've made on me today.
Of course, I could make it a third if you let me take you home.
Oh, and I'm sure my family would make you feel very welcome. No, Luke, it's your party. People would miss you.
No, they won't. It would be no problem. It would be my way of making it up to you. For knocking over your books, I mean.
It's kind of you, Luke. You're not the nerd you make out to be. I've got my lift, Luke. Bye, Luke.
Can I help you?
I want my wife.
Jack, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? What do you think you're doing here?
Where are the kids?
You might well ask. They want their mother. I wanted my wife. Something you don't have, I believe.
What's the problem?
We can talk this through at home. I'm sorry, Andrew.
No! We'll sort it out now.
Your wife has just helped me finish my book. You should be proud of her efforts.
Jack! Shut up, Sarah! Feel that? That's a hand, an honest hand. Never cheated on anyone, never took another man's wife. Every time I get straight in my life, something or somebody tries to spoil it, and it's always clever clocks, bank managers, solicitors, men of books. Well, not this time. This time is one too many.
Jack, please, let's leave it. Please, Jack, let's go home. Where are the kids?
They're in the car. I brought them with me. Keep away from my wife, okay? Just keep away. Sarah?
Where's Robert? Where is he, Jack?
Robert! Robert!
Robert!
Robert!
Robert!
I'll find him.
Robert!
Robert! Come on.
Robert!
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 Robert! Come on, son. Robert! Come on, I know you're upset. It's all right, son. Come on.
Sarah, sit down. Try and calm yourself.
I can't.
Jack will be back in a few minutes with Robert in tow. Embarrassment over.
Embarrassment?
For Robert. Poor kid. He must have heard Jack ranting on, jumping to all the wrong conclusions.
Jack's an idiot. A born idiot.
Sarah, just have some tea.
Well?
I can't find him.
What do you mean you can't find him, Jack?
Well, I said I can't find him.
Get back out there and look!
I've looked, I've searched.
It's a big garden!
Yeah, all right, I know it's a big garden. Look, phone the police, then phone anyone we know in the village. Anyone, anywhere he might head for.
Police, please.
That's if you can spare the time. What's up? Did you run out of champagne?
We've got a little
Listen,
boy
Jack,
missing.
I know you're upset, but surely it's a little early to contact
Robert,
the police.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Hi, Biff. Been slung out at party?
No, we're in and out of booze. Has Vic not been in?
Oh, he's just nipped off home, but if it's booze you're after...
Yeah, the stuff we want's free. It's homemade.
Oh, you're part of this great whiskey-making scam then, eh? Nice one. Oh, we got Turner thinking it's a 12-year-old malt.
I never.
Says you could practically taste the mist rolling off the glens.
Smog over Seth's lair more like. I'd love to see his face if he could find out it were being made in this shed. A couple of Seth's socks plugging leaks.
No, we'd be out in our ears quicker than you could say sclerosis of the liver. Hey, my little angel's best kept in dark.
If you had a mind between you, I'd say you were plotting something.
Oh, we were just agreeing how radiant you were looking tonight, Cupcake.
Oh, if you're referring to my rosy glow, Terry, it comes from working hard for a living. Not something to worry either of you two.
It's not exactly talk it down in here tonight, is it? I've seen busier phone boxes.
Ah, yes, Biff, but it's not the quantity of custom that counts, it's the quality. Something we strive very hard to maintain here.
Quite right, Mr. Turner. I've always said that good quality booze attracts a better type of drinker. And I've always been partial to your matured single malts.
I didn't know you were a whiskey man, Biff.
Ah, well, if fate had taken a different turn, not seen me working the land for a living, I might have ended up in distilling game myself.
Is that right, Biff?
Ah, you see, that's where the enthusiastic amateur makes his first mistake. A lifetime of dedication goes into the creation of a perfect single malt. Let me get you one to illustrate my point.
Shall I make that a double?
No, thanks. I'll just stick to the lager. Don't like to mix them. I spent too many nights staring at my own reflection down bog for that.
That is more information than we actually asked for. Thank you, Biff.
Oh, cheer up, Luke. You and Tina are made for each other.
You reckon?
You both got a lot in common.
We do?
Yeah. You fancy Tina, right?
Right.
And Tina fancies Tina.
Women, eh, Lou? Not worth a carrot. A toast. Who to? Have some women.
Great, the Derby and Joan Club will get things swinging.
Hey, up we're at wrong pub. Must be having happy hour at Moxable.
This is the way I like it. We can snuggle down in a cosy corner.
It were busy when they were refurbishing. Tell you what, you better grab a seat. I'll fight my way through crowds.
Evening, Seth. What takes your fancy?
Well, seeing as I'm still within handbag range of Betty and your Terry's a jealous bloke, I'll stick to a half and a sherry.
The moment you want to take me away from all this, you just give me the word.
My pension's due tomorrow. Fancy a fortnight in Acapulco.
Oh, I'd love to, but you know Terry would miss me something rotten.
That cope. Seth will see you all right for the ball.
Not in front of the dragon, though. I'll just finish this and wait for Vic.
It's like a morgue in here. It ain't been as quiet since Queen's coronation one on telly.
Well, strangely, people seem to prefer going round to Luke McAllister's for some wild party. Bet they're round there now, dancing without any clothes on. That's what the youngsters do these days, to be cool, as they say.
Maybe we should pop in on his way home.
I don't know, throwing furniture about, spilling drinks on carpet, with never a thought for the person who's got to clean it up next morning.
Perhaps we should go round later and keep an eye on things.
From the minute the McAllisters, tar love, moved out of this village, them flaming kids have set about destroying that house. I've a good mind to phone up the doctor and tell him what's going on.
Why don't you?
No, he'd only call me an interfering old busybody. He'd probably say, the teenagers, that's how they express themselves. Well, I'd like to see Luke McAllister expressing himself across my knee.
Now, don't get worked up, Betty. We've come out for a quiet drink. And we're certainly getting one.
The same problems exist, Zoe. Only this time you're asking me to make the move. My job's important. All my clients live where I live. It's still every bit as disastrous for me as it would have been for you. You're asking me to go against everything I value. My instincts, my privacy. My home's my sanctuary. It's kept me sane. I love this place. I'd have to be an idiot to leave it. So I'm an idiot.
So it's yes?
Yes. Chris, it won't work.
What won't?
Every time I ask you a question about the future, you kiss me and try and change the subject.
I've already eaten.
Well, if you don't want a knuckle sandwich, answer me.
What more can I say? I love you.
It just doesn't feel right here. It's like wearing someone else's clothes.
No, everything of Kathy's has gone. Everything. It feels right to me. I can move around. My bed's down here. In fact, if you want to try it out, you may. It's a new bed as well. Look, Rachel, I've spoken to Kathy. She's happy. She wishes us well. And she's not coming back here, okay?
Really?
Really. So you can't get spooked by a ghost that doesn't want to haunt you.
What kind of bed is it?
Well, you've escaped then.
Aye. I don't know why I bothered, mind you. It's like the Marie Celeste in here. Where is everybody?
Somehow Luke's party seems to have more pulling power.
Yeah, it'll just be the usual teenage thing. Skirts up to their armpits and loads of black stockings.
And that's just the fellas.
You want a competition? Like a bar contest?
Yeah, you should try a wet T-shirt.
Hey, you'll get a wet dishcloth in a minute.
Or topless?
We don't want the place completely empty.
Oh,
Your appreciation of taste is well noted.
Watch him, Britt. Ladies' man.
Hello, one pack.
If that's Jan, I'm not here.
no.
What do you mean?
House rules. I don't lie to wives.
Well, that's charming, isn't it? Can I have a pint of lager?
Mr. Turner, what's the matter?
I'm afraid young Robert Sugden has gone missing.
Well, I left him a couple of hours ago, safe at home with his dad.
No, that was Sarah on the phone. She and Jack are at some address in Connelton. She's very distressed. He's been missing for some hours. They need our help.
Come on, Vic. We'll round up young'uns at Luke's party. They can lend a hand.
What's he doing at Connelton? Address. Check in with Seth and Betty. Seth could be invaluable.
Right.
Only the sober ones from Luke's. We don't want to make things worse than they are.
Right.
Oh, Britt, let's go through the book, see if we can find some backup.
Look after yourself, won't you? Wrap up.
Of course.
Police are on their way, Jack. Sarah's phoned everyone in the village. Look, I know you don't want to speak to me, but can I say something? You're quite wrong in your assumptions about Sarah and me. What you thought you saw...
I told you before. Shut up. Now go back inside to your comfy home, your Earl Grey tea, your chocolate bourbons and your clean white napkins and pretend you're a better person than the likes of me. Go and impress Sarah. You live in a clean home, you only have clean thoughts. Go and impress her with your bloody champagne and your velvet curtain.
Let's just talk rationally about
You know,
this,
you
Jack.
stink. All that bull you come out with. I could smell it a mile away because it stinks so much. You can wrap it up as much as you want, but it'll still stink to high heaven. You deserve one another. I'm off to find my son.
We're wasting time here.
It's not as simple as that, Mrs. Sugden. I have to ask you these questions before we do anything else.
And in the meantime, Robert could be anywhere. You're going to have to excuse me. She needs changing.
I'm sorry. She's exhausted.
Well, perhaps I could ask you a few questions while your wife is away, Mr. Sugden.
I'm not Mr. Sugden. I'm Andrew McKinnon, Sarah's employer.
So what happened?
We were working late here at my home. Her husband arrived, and their son inexplicably ran off into the night. I realize that might sound strange, but it's how it happened, I can assure you.
Where is Mr. Sugden?
I'm not sure.
He knows Robert's missing.
Yeah, he was here at the time.
Okay.
It's not Grandma Granny night, you know. Hey, you'll have to turn the music off for a minute. Why? Who's complained? Who said? Well, stop that.
What are you doing? Come on. All right. I'm sorry, lads and lasses, but there's a little boy gone missing.
Young Robert Sugden. Those of you who know him and want to help.
Now, we'll take anyone who's not about to throw up, but party gear is right out. It's walking boots and warm coats weathered outside, all right?
Sorry.
Come on, guys. Right. Come on. Hello? Oh, I'm sorry, but it was either that or a bucket of cold water. Robert Sugden's gone missing. We want volunteers to search.
Right.
Sarah?
I don't know. Have you got any idea what coat he was wearing?
Sarah, love. Oh, you're all in. Give little
Sarah,
Victoria.
you all right? Mrs. Sugden, can we just finish my questioning?
Yes, well, just give me the baby and then you can carry on.
No,
eh?
Betty, I want her with me.
Oh, right. Cup of tea's what's called for then. Cup of tea, anyone?
No, I think we ought to start the search immediately.
Nonsense. It's a cup of tea we need. How about you, love?
Oh, no
sugar.
thanks. I want to
no
talk to Mrs.
sugar.
Sugden.
Right, go and put the kettle on, Seth. Now I'll
The
sort
longer
this
we
lot
leave it,
out.
the harder it is to track
Will
me.
you shut up and
Can we
do
go
as
into
I
another
tell
room?
ya?
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
leaving Victoria.
Three
No, we don't
with,
need to,
one
Mrs.
without. What are you?
I'm Andrew McKinnon, Sarah's employer.
No, with or without.
Well, then you'll know the local terrain here. This man is a first-class tracker.
I thought I told you to put the kettle on.
Please, Mrs. Sugden, we just need to establish what direction Robert was heading in.
It's no good asking Sarah or the professor which way Robert went. They only had eyes for each other.
Jack! Jack! It's me! Any news?
No.
We better get cracking then, mate.
Oh, Jack. Jack, I'm so sorry. Sarah must be just devastated.
Devastated, yeah. A cosy night ruined. She wanted the professor to herself, not half the village.
Oh, come on, Miss Sarah, we can help. Leave Jack to me, Dad, eh? Come on.
Chris, I wanted to stay tonight because I wanted you to understand something.
Can't wait till after.
No, Chris. This is the last night that I want it to be like this between us.
Like what?
Uncertain about you and me, and uncertain about Kathy.
I love you.
Yeah, and you loved Kathy once, and you probably told her that in this very bed.
I've told you it's a new bed.
Oh, Chris, you can buy beds. Relationships need a bit more.
I've had a relationship with Kathy. Had. We've got more, much more. We're going to be a family.
Yeah. And families need security.
I can provide that.
I don't mean financially. I want to feel safe. Kathy's still part of you. Part of this.
I love you.
I love you too, Chris.
What are you doing?
Robert?
Just looking, Jack. You think he's dead?
He might be injured.
Oh, for God's sake.
Come on, try this way. Looks like dregs at wool packet chucking out time.
Come on, lads. It's no good altogether like that.
You'll find notes standing around like brass monkeys.
Yes, that's quite right. Now, at arm's length and eyes down and keep a sharp lookout.
Well, we feel like brass monkeys. I've only got a thin jacket on, Mr. Turner. What are you doing, Seth?
All right, you're locked. Coat's off.
Hey, you gone mad, Seth?
Coat's off. Give them here a minute.
Is this a game, Seth? Come on, Seth. What are you playing at?
So what's it feel like?
Freezing. I want to be sick.
I think I'm going to die of cold.
So how do you think that 9-year-old lap feels? Come on.
Robert, come on.
Stop complaining.
There's a sweet one for Sarah, Paul. Although, Terry, we're going to need more supplies.
Aye, some brandy for the wool pack wouldn't go amiss.
Oh, thank you. Poor little chap. We better find him sooner rather than later.
I know this is a daft question, but what was he doing out so late?
Well, from what I've heard, there's a lot more to this than meets the eye.
Robert! Jack, do you want me to go back and see the lambing?
I want you here with me, Ned. Lambing can wait, Robert can't.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It's not a very good one, really. I don't know why I kept it in my purse.
Robert said he liked the way I combed his hair for his school photo.
It'll do for now. Don't get upset, Mrs. Sugden. If we need another, we can always get one later.
He can't. He's never been anywhere on his own before. Oh, it's my fault. It's all my fault.
It's always the children who suffer in these circumstances.
What circumstances?
Pride comes before a fall.
Is that a code for something, Betty?
Oh, Betty don't need a code. It's just a translator.
Less cheek, you. Youngsters today.
No different than in our day, Betty.
They didn't have computer games then, Frank.
No, we had families, family values, parents who stayed together, mothers to come home to. Shh. This drinking with employers, fancy cups, fancy home. Do you know, I were nigh on 50 before my dad had even let me have a baby sham.
It's not everyone who wants a sheltered life.
Oh, Betty's been to Woodstock. Safeways.
Sharing a glass of champagne with an employee is not a crime, Betty.
Unless your name's Turner, that is.
No, all I'm saying is, if you put an attractive man in a room with a vulnerable woman, mother or no mother, champagne or no champagne, you know what to expect.
No, Betty, I don't. But I'm sure you're going to tell us.
The road to divorce. Oh, every woman's been compromised. I expect you've had your fair share, Kim.
I beg your pardon?
Of men. Putting you in a compromising situation.
I'm sure you're not saying that it was the professor's fault, Betty.
If the cap fits.
Oh, please. He might look like a bit of a wally, but that don't mean to say that...
How's Sarah bearing up?
She's all right. The policewoman wants someone to bring Jack in for a few more questions.
Right, so I'll go.
They're only small ones.
Oh, Brit.
I don't want you getting too comfortable. Is there no sign?
No, nothing. But if we have to go around the clock, so be it.
Oh, it must be every mother's nightmare.
And father's.
Have you got any kids, Mr. Turner?
Yes, I have a son and a daughter. We don't keep in touch.
No. Me and Terry have never been blessed. Well, if you're taking him out, careful there, Mr. Turner. He may not be much, but he's all I've got.
I'd be warmer with a second brandy.
Oh, I'll give you a second brandy over your head.
No, Brit's quite right. We ought to get those supplies and get back out there.
Well, if you ain't gone, I'll go up and get dressed.
No, Brit. We need your talents here. We need a clear line of communication.
You know, I can't understand it. If he were my boy, I wouldn't let him out of my sight. Not for a second.
I'll answer your questions after we find Robert. This is a waste of time.
Mr. Sugden, we have a lot of men out there. All off-duty policemen have been called in. With respect, answer a few questions now and it can only help your son. When did you last see Robert?
About 9:30. I came to get... Anyway, that's when he was last seen. In the car. I told him to stay put.
Do you usually work as late as 9:30?
Oh, it's been getting later and later. Mind you, tonight it was a special occasion.
Oh?
Oh, yes. You see, my wife and the professor were drinking champagne when I got here, oblivious to the time.
Was it a special occasion, Mrs. Sugden?
Sort of.
So you would have last seen Robert this morning before he went to school?
Yeah.
You see, my wife was annoyed. I rang here yesterday to find out where she was. Of course, she was with Cleverclogs. That's the professor, man of books.
Mr. Sugden, I'm sure you'd be more comfortable if you sat down.
I don't want to be comfortable. I want to be with my son, out, trying to find my son, who is definitely not comfortable right now. That's if he hasn't fallen into a ditch and broken his back.
This isn't about Robert, Jack. It's about your pride, your stupid male pride. Seeing me with another man, seeing another man daring to be sensitive and caring to me, well, I'm not one of your sheep. I don't carry your stamp. Oh, you're so proud of your hands. Why didn't you throttle me like you did Andrew? Go on. I love books, too. That's enough.
I am going to find my son, my child, the one I have time for. And if I have to use these to claw my way along when my feet give out, I will. And if anything has happened to Robert, anything, you can forget your books and your professor. Our marriage is over.